Imagine standing at the edge of a silent forest, the wind whispering through the bamboo, the moonlight casting long shadows over the ground. You are a warrior, but not just any warrior. You are a samurai or a shadowy assassin, caught in the tumultuous clash between honor and survival. The world around you is alive with danger, and each choice you make could be your last. But here's the question. Which path will you walk? The noble path of the samurai, or the elusive and deadly path of the ghost? In the world of open-world stealth games, two giants now dominate the stage. Ghost of Tsushima and Assassins. Creed Shadows. Both set in the rich, hauntingly beautiful backdrop of feudal Japan, offer you the chance to step into a world of betrayal, loyalty, and brutal combat. But with each step, you'll be faced with an internal struggle. Will you uphold the honorable ways of the samurai, or become something darker, more elusive?
We'll be unstoppable.
Ghost of Tsushima takes you on a cinematic journey through a war-torn Japan, where every fight is a desperate stand for survival. Meanwhile, Assassin's Creed Shadows invites you into a sprawling world, vast and mysterious, where stealth, strategy, and cunning are your only allies. The question is no longer just about which game is better. It's about which path will you choose in the battle for control over your fate. In this video, we're diving deep into these two masterpieces, exploring the vast landscapes, the visceral combat, and the emotional choices that will haunt you long after the screen fades to black. The question is, which game will take you further into the shadows? Game worlds and exploration. Step into the world of feudal Japan, where every blade of grass, every rustling leaf, and every shifting shadow carries the weight of history. But while both Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Shadows transport you to this captivating setting, they do so with dramatically different interpretations of the land itself. One game envelops you in a compact, meticulously crafted environment, while the other opens up a vast and diverse canvas, begging to be explored. Ghost of Tsushima offers a surprisingly compact map, just 11 square miles, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for with density. Every inch of Tsushima Island feels alive, designed with a purpose to draw you in. The lush, vibrant forests spill into foggy swamps, while bamboo groves give way to snowy mountain peaks. The island's geography is a testament to Sucker Punch's mastery of creating diverse biomes within a confined space, each one brimming with history and atmosphere. The carefully crafted landscapes in Ghost of Tsushima don't just serve as a backdrop, they tell their own story, inviting players to lose themselves in a world that feels rich, detailed, and never repetitive. Each area feels like a living, breathing character, carefully sculpted to evoke awe and wonder with every new discovery. In contrast, Assassin's Creed Shadows offers a far larger map, 31 to 55 square miles, giving you the freedom to explore. Vast stretches of land. It's not just about the size, it's about the scale and ambition. The world of Shadows spans bustling cities with towering castles, intricate streets lined with merchants, and expansive rural landscapes that stretch out in every direction. It's a more urbanized experience compared to Tsushima's natural landscapes, presenting a different kind of challenge for exploration. Shadows offers the opportunity to dive into the intricate architecture of medieval Japan, with large castles and fortified towns standing as monuments to the country's power. The geography here is more complex, with sprawling areas that force you to navigate through different layers of civilization, something far more ambitious than the island setting of Tsushima. But what truly sets the worlds of these two games apart is the people who inhabit them. In Ghost of Tsushima, the NPCs often feel distant, not just because of the setting's isolation, but because of the war-torn nature of the world. The Mongol invasion has ravaged the land, leaving only remnants of villages and outposts scattered across the island. The NPCs you encounter are few, and most of them are survivors of the conflict, existing in a desolate world where the daily grind of normal life has been interrupted by the chaos of war. The NPCs in Tsushima don't have much to interact with. They simply exist within the landscape, often mere echoes of the devastation around them. On the other hand, Assassin's Creed Shadows breathes life into its world through its dynamic NPCs. The cities are alive with merchants, travelers, and common folk, bustling with activity as trade and commerce take place in the streets. People huddle in markets, moving quickly from shop to shop, and occasionally sparking random interactions as they go about their daily lives. The dynamic AI here is what makes Shadow's world feel particularly alive. In addition to the vibrant, everyday bustle, NPCs react to the world around them, ducking for cover when it rains, running in fear at the sound of a distant fight, or even seeking shelter when danger approaches. This depth of interaction makes the world feel more tangible, and the cities feel truly lived in, adding layers of complexity to the experience of exploration. In the end, Ghost of Tsushima draws you into its world with its poetic beauty and tragic atmosphere, while Assassin's Creed Shadows offers a vast, bustling world where every corner invites discovery. Both games offer immersion in their own right, but the journey through each world is distinct, giving players the opportunity to choose the kind of experience they want from their exploration of feudal Japan. Visual style and graphics. When it comes to visuals, Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Shadows take two very distinct approaches to showcasing the beauty of feudal Japan. The former embraces a dreamlike cinematic style that pulls you into a world of vivid landscapes, while the latter opts for a more grounded and realistic look, enhanced by modern technology. Ghost of Tsushima is an absolute visual masterpiece. The game's art direction is designed to feel like a moving painting, each frame crafted with breathtaking detail. The sweeping landscapes, where majestic mountains stretch into the horizon and delicate cherry blossoms flutter in the wind, are designed to evoke a sense of serenity and beauty in contrast to the chaos of war. The game's sunsets, swirling leaves, and stunning vistas are often jaw-droppingly beautiful, making it almost impossible not to stop and admire the scenery. The vibrant reds and oranges of the foliage, the haze of mist rolling through the forests, and the light filtering through the trees all contribute to an atmosphere of heightened reality. Every scene feels like it could be a moment frozen in time, inviting the player to soak in the wonder of nature and the haunting silence that hangs over Tsushima. In contrast, Assassin's Creed Shadows takes a more grounded, realistic approach, blending the series' traditional design elements with cutting-edge graphics. The landscapes here are no less beautiful, but they feel far more tangible, showcasing dense forests, bustling cities, and towering castles in meticulous detail. While the aesthetic might not have the ethereal charm of Tsushima, it offers a level of visual fidelity that feels rooted in reality. Every stone in a castle wall, every rustling leaf, and every ripple in a flowing stream feels meticulously crafted. The game's focus is on immersing you in a believable world, rather than drawing you into a dreamlike state. The more grounded design gives players a sense of being in a real, lived-in world, where each location has its own history and story to tell. The difference between Ghost of Tsushima's cinematic beauty and Assassin's Creed Shadows' realism goes beyond aesthetics. It reflects the different priorities of each game. Ghost of Tsushima builds its world around atmosphere. The visuals are designed to make you feel like you're living in a movie, where every sword fight, every standoff, and every moment feels like it's been carefully staged for maximum emotional impact. It's about creating an immersive experience where the art itself becomes a part of the narrative, heightening every action with its cinematic flair. On the other hand, Assassin's Creed Shadows feels more like a carefully constructed world, designed to showcase the power of modern gaming hardware. The level of detail, particularly in the forests, cities, and water effects, feels next-gen. The dynamic weather system, where rain falls and creates realistic puddles on the ground, or where a river rushes through the landscape, is a testament to the power of technological advancements. The game doesn't just look good, it feels real, as though you could reach out and touch the wet stone walls or the damp foliage. Technologically, Assassin's Creed Shadows benefits from a 5-year gap between the releases of the two games. It leverages advancements in graphical fidelity to offer a more technically impressive world. The cities are grander, the forests more intricate, and the water flows with a level of realism that's unmatched by previous Assassin's Creed games. It's a world that feels alive, constantly shifting, and brimming with detail that invites you to explore it at your own pace. In conclusion, Ghost of Tsushima excels in cinematic beauty, offering a heightened reality that immerses you in a world full of artful landscapes and emotional moments. Assassin's Creed Shadows, on the other hand, presents a world grounded in realism, with an impressive level of detail and technical fidelity that stands out even within the Assassin's Creed franchise. Both games shine in their own right. But where Tsushima creates a beautiful movie, Shadows offers a deeply immersive, tangible world full of intricate detail. Combat and stealth mechanics. When it comes to combat, Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Shadows offer distinct experiences, each showcasing a unique approach to action and stealth in feudal Japan. Both games deliver a thrilling sense of battle, but the way they execute it, through cinematic intensity versus tactical precision, creates very different gameplay dynamics. Ghost of Tsushima is known for its visceral and cinematic combat, putting players in the shoes of a samurai engaged in fluid, fast-paced duels. The combat system is straightforward, yet immensely satisfying. With each swing of the katana, there's a sense of weight and impact as you cut down enemies in smooth, choreographed sequences. Duels in Tsushima are one of the game's standout features, where every fight feels like an intense showdown, with enemies that challenge your reflexes and decision-making. The combat is cinematic in nature, allowing you to feel like the protagonist of a samurai film. The finishers are brutal, executed with deadly grace, and every successful strike carries an immediate sense of accomplishment. On the other hand, Assassin's Creed Shadows introduces a more weighty, hard-hitting combat system. Unlike Tsushima, which relies on fast-paced duels, Shadows offers a more deliberate approach to battle, where strikes feel more impactful and enemies react with heavier animations. The combat is designed to feel heavier, almost like every swing has a consequence. In addition, Shadows offers a wider variety of weapons, including swords, spears, and hidden blades, allowing for greater versatility in combat style. The range of combat mechanics in Shadows allows players to experiment more, tailoring their approach to their playstyle, whether it's a powerful, slow strike or a quick, fluid combination. When it comes to stealth mechanics, both games put a strong emphasis on sneaking past enemies, but they tackle it in different ways. In Ghost of Tsushima, stealth is functional but relatively simple, supporting the samurai code. You're encouraged to blend into the shadows, use distractions like wind chimes, and take out enemies from a distance, but the options for stealth are somewhat predictable. The game doesn't overwhelm you with too many stealth tools, focusing instead on allowing players to move swiftly and silently between enemies. The simplicity of the system suits the samurai theme, where every movement and strike must be deliberate and disciplined. Assassin's Creed Shadows, however, leans into a more complex stealth system, giving players a far greater range of options. Not only can you crouch and hide in the shadows, but you can also crawl, scale rooftops, and use more advanced tools like the shinobi bell to distract and lure enemies away. The level of depth in Shadows' AoE stealth mechanics is what sets it apart. Players can develop their own strategies for infiltrating enemy camps or avoiding detection, making each encounter feel more strategic. You're not just sneaking around, you're actively thinking about your movements, anticipating enemy behavior, and planning your next move. The distinction between the two games' combat experiences is clear. Ghost of Tsushima thrives on its Siwari, cinematic quality, making you feel like the protagonist in an epic samurai tale. The fluid, dramatic sword fights feel like scenes straight out of a martial arts movie. However, this emphasis on action often comes at the cost of stealth immersion. While you can sneak through areas and engage in stealth kills, the game doesn't offer the same level of complexity as Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows, with its intricate stealth mechanics, appeals to players who enjoy a more tactical, methodical approach to gameplay. It leans heavily into strategic thinking, where the ability to hide in plain sight, climb walls, and outmaneuver opponents is essential. The combat may not be as fast or cinematic as Tsushima, but it's no less satisfying, especially for those who prefer depth and versatility over cinematic flair. In conclusion, while Ghost of Tsushima offers superior combat in terms of visceral intensity and cinematic quality, Assassin's Creed Shadows excels in giving players more depth and complexity in its stealth mechanics, making it the better choice for those who enjoy a more calculated, strategic approach. Both games excel in their own way, but the choice depends on what kind of combat experience you seek, the heroics of a samurai or the precision of a shadowy assassin. Narrative and storytelling. Storytelling in Ghost of Tsushima is a captivating journey that resonates deeply with players. The narrative follows Jin Sakai, a noble samurai who must grapple with his honor and duty when the Mongol invasion threatens his homeland. As Jin transforms into the Ghost, abandoning traditional samurai values to fight in more ruthless ways, the story explores profound themes of sacrifice, personal growth, and the conflict between duty and survival. The game's plot is intricately woven into every aspect of the gameplay, from Jin's internal struggles to the dramatic moments of combat. Each mission and encounter feels personal, with the consequences of Jin's choices affecting not only his fate, but the fate of Tsushima itself. Ghost of Tsushima's narrative doesn't just guide you through the game, it shapes the player's experience, adding weight to every decision you make. In contrast, Assassin's Creed Shadows offers a more traditional approach to storytelling. While the game features a solid storyline, it doesn't integrate the narrative as seamlessly into the gameplay. Shadows focuses more on player-driven exploration, allowing you to carve your own path through the world. The story exists, but it takes more of a backseat role with less thematic depth compared to Tsushima. The game is more concerned with offering a rich world to explore and missions to complete, leaving the emotional resonance and character development somewhat underplayed. So the question remains, do you prefer a deeply cinematic, emotionally driven story like Ghost of Tsushima, or are you drawn to the exploration-driven narrative of Assassin's Creed Shadows? Conclusion. Which game reigns supreme? In the end, both Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Shadows shine in their own unique ways, offering two distinct experiences that cater to different player preferences. Ghost of Tsushima stands out with its breathtaking cinematic presentation and emotionally driven storytelling. The game excels in creating an immersive world filled with beauty, depth, and meaningful character development, making every action feel personal. Its portrayal of honor, sacrifice, and transformation is a journey worth experiencing. On the other hand, Assassin's Creed Shadows offers a larger, more complex world, where stealth and tactical gameplay take center stage. The game provides players with a broader canvas to explore, with deeper, more intricate mechanics that reward strategic thinking. While the story may not be as integrated or emotionally engaging as Tsushima's, Shadows makes up for it with its vast, dynamic environments and rich exploration. So which game reigns supreme? It truly depends on what you value most: the cinematic journey of a samurai in Ghost of Tsushima, or the tactical depth and expansive world of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Let us know in the comments which game you think stands out in the world of open-world stealth action games, and don't forget to share this video with fellow gamers who might be torn between the two.